prior to oil, Guyana was a very stable economy under our former president, Dr. Jack Dio. It grew 4.8% for decades. With the newfound oil, basically, and our president will describe it, he is using the oil to transform and modernize these industries that we know how to do best. Well, Guyana has always been known for major sectors. In agriculture, for example, we have a very large sugar industry, and that has generated significant contributions to the GDP over the years. We have rice as another major product of Guyana. In addition, a large part of our GDP is also mining, gold mining especially, diamonds. And so these investors have come in over the years in agriculture and mining and bauxite. Guyana has one of the best bauxites in the world. And we've had major companies out of China, out of Russia, out of Canada that has been responsible for development of bauxite in Guyana. But the fact that we are known for these sectors and we continue, or people want to continue with these sectors, the oil is just a foundation and a boost to modernize these known industries. So over the last few months, significant relationships have been developed between private sector and private sector. Miguel Gonzalez, for example, a leading businessman in this country, has been working aggressively with our private sector. I know there's some major agreements that are supposed to be signed between companies. And for government, what our president is interested in is government-to-government relationship will always exist. We will always have bilateral agreements, trade agreements. What is exciting is the fact that the private sector, the engine of growth for both societies, will come together, and that is the result we're looking for. We see the Dominican Republic with the capacity and capability and experience will be a significant partner of Guyana. And I think that's what the visits is all about. And I believe the synergies, as you start to study the sectors in the Dominican Republic, the sectors in Guyana, and the fact that we're Caribbean, we align a lot to the Caribbean mindset. And I believe joining these forces, we can become a powerhouse within the region and development of Guyana in both countries. We are a very transparent and accountable government. The president has outlined his plan, so there's no guesswork. You don't have to figure out if I go into agriculture in this sector, would the infrastructure be in place? It's very, very transparent, and all our procurements are all public procurements. And so if you're looking for bidding on work, bidding on a road project, bidding on a building, those are all public activities that everyone across the world would have access to. But the other thing we push for is joint ventures. We have a local content legislation with the oil industry. It's exciting when a private sector out of another country and a private sector in Guyana gets together. I think the results is compounded always to be great. We are very interested in private sector, and that's what the message today that our president will outline is. We're interested, private sector come together. There are opportunities. Guyana is one of the fastest growing in the world, as we talked about, and it's an exciting place to be. Our culture, our people, our institutions are all being strengthened, and so an investor can be assured of the court system, the commercial court system. When you have a president with a vision and a leadership, you look for that result-oriented government. Those are all things that I believe an investor comes in, want to see a stable economy, and we present all of that. That's why we refer back to the stock. Time to invest in Guyana. So we believe the tourism industry, especially from this sector here in this country, can be of advantage to us in developing it further. Guyana, I put it as if you had to buy a stock, our GDP growth in 2022 was 62%. In 2020, 2021, it was mind-blowing what the GDP growth. For the next few years, it's going to be a high-performing stock. And that tells you in any growth of a country of our magnitude, infrastructure and product development, our manufacturing will be important to develop. So a businessman coming in to Guyana, one, our office is designed to meet and guide them in that process. Two, the private sector, commission, the chambers of commerce, all have good relationship, and I think a couple MOUs will be signed on this trip to build on that relationship, including my counterpart, which is Pro Dominica, and we will work towards how do we help that investor. But also I would advise investors to do their research, understand where the president's vision is going,